Welcome back to another episode of the Thumb Strong Podcast. Joined as always with Barry and Bethany.
Good morning.
How we doing?
Good.
Good.
Great. All right, so today we're going to talk about what we wish every beginner would know before they start the gym or when they're starting at the gym. Because I feel like there's a lot of gym intimidation and they don't know what to expect, or they have kind of the wrong mindset around starting at the gym. So we want to talk about what we wish everybody would know, and we're going to talk about it from our own experience. So Bethany, explain how we're going to do this, and then we'll start with the first section.
Yeah, we're going to do like a round robin style where we'll ask the question prompt, and then we'll all go through giving our answers. Some of them are related to new people, our experiences, things like that. So question 1. Be honest, what was your very first gym experience actually like?
For me, it was the athletic training camp with you, and I was with other athletes. It was very fun. I feel like I do the kids fit now, and looking back and when I was around their age, like 13 or 14, my experience with you, and we started off like, obviously we put in the work and things like that, which was good, but you also made it really fun, which was good too, and that's what the gym should be. You should be excited to come in and have fun and do the stuff that you like to do.
Well, that's good. Yeah, glad you had positive experience. That's good. That says a lot about us.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like my first gym experience, because technically my first gym experience would have been like lifting at the high school, but
That was mine, yeah.
And that wasn't too bad because I was with friends, and just kind of, but it was awkward, I would say, because I didn't really know what I was doing, and I don't know the very first time. I'm trying to think of like the first time in a bigger box, like an actual gym, would probably be the Ryder Center at SVSU. I would have to guess. Definitely a little bit more intimidating there, because even though I had a lot of experience, that helped. But there's like a ton of people there, and so that's definitely a little bit intimidating. But I always went with friends, so that made it a lot easier when you have somebody to work out with.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was probably my first experience. Definitely a little bit of intimidation and like nervousness, but excitement. And since I was with friends, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah. So my first technical experience was at school, lifting with like softball teams. So that was 10th through 12th grade. I think sometime in 12th grade, I would go to the Ugly gym. Maybe it was after I graduated. I went there for a little bit, like a month or two before school started. Then when I went to MSU, I was in a weight training class where we like learned programming and stuff. So we did that, and then I became a member at Powerhouse Gym. It was going to be like, got like the full year membership set up, and then COVID like the next month or two, and I was like, okay. So then COVID sent us home. Worked out in my basement for a while, and then started going to a gym in Bad Axe, and then that was the last gym before here. So a lot of different gyms I've been.
I've been in a lot of different gyms. So.
Yeah.
And each one, like even now, that's the thing. Like I've been a trainer for 10 years, and I've been working out for probably 16 years, half of my life now. And even when you go to a new gym, there is a level of like, it's new environment. You don't know where everything's at. And there's new people. Like I wouldn't say it's a nervousness, but it's just like a little bit different feeling.
It's just not as
you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like even going down to like Florida and we went to a Crunch gym, and just the machines being slightly different. You're like, I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to set this. I don't know what like weight is good for me on this specific machine, because every machine is a little bit different. Unless it's like the exact machine in your gym. Or cable stack, like you don't know how it actually feels relative to what you can do. So you're kind of like feeling it out as you go.
Yeah.
So even though we've had so much experience in gyms, it's never, if you go to a new place, it's never comfortable.
Right. So that's a great point, because no matter how much experience you have, like there's always going to be a level of uncomfortability.
Yeah.
No matter if you're a beginner or super advanced, if you're going to a new place, it's going to be uncomfortable to start. Right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the takeaway there. For sure.
Question 2. What's one thing beginners think they need before they start that they actually don't? Taylor had a...
I would say, I hear a lot of people say like they need to build a base or like get a little stronger or get a little bit more fit before they go to the gym. And I would say that's something that you don't have to do at all.
Yeah.
So a lot of beginners think that they need to, start walking or start working out, doing something before they go to the gym or like get stronger before they can come and do a class or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's usually for classes
Yeah.
where they're like, I need to like get in better shape before I join a class. And it's
Exactly.
like, classes are there to get you in shape.
And that's funny because I actually just heard that last night.
Yeah.
I was talking with somebody and they're like, I don't think I'm strong enough for the classes. Like, you absolutely are. Like, we will meet you wherever you're at and build you up. And honestly, for those people that haven't done anything in a long time, those are the most exciting people to watch because their progress skyrockets so fast and they notice those strength improvements so quickly. It's really exciting. But,
yeah. Very.
I think for me, like the client think they have to be perfect in everything they do, like their form and stuff like that. Like just kind of piggyback on what you said, they don't have to be crazy fit. I see a lot of the beginners here that do the beginner packages and there's like, I can't do that. I can't do that movement. I was like, okay, then we'll just dial it back. We'll find an easier movement.
Yeah.
One thing for me, aside from like the needing to be in shape part, is that a lot of beginners think that they need supplements and like all this stuff before they start. Whereas like when you start right away, there's certain things that can help or that are like generally good for you, but you don't need to like do the extra stuff right away. Like it's just come in and get the essentials down and then like add that in after. But yeah, I think it's something people tend to focus on a little too much.
I've got two buddies that over the years they'll be like, I'm going to start working out again. I'm just waiting for all my protein to get here. And I'm like, you don't have to wait for all that stuff to come in. It's not like you can't work out unless you have protein powder.
Right.
Or, just you can definitely start working out anytime.
Yeah, exactly.
And adding that stuff over time is fine. Like it's not going to help that much to where you don't need to start until you have
Right.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no perfect time to start.
There is no perfect time to start.
Question 3. What's the smallest possible first step someone could take this week if they're totally new?
Walking through the front door.
That is
just getting your foot in the door, starting something new and exciting. We're all welcome here, so.
Yeah.
I don't think you can say it much better than that. I would say the smallest step is even just like scheduling or planning some form of exercise. Like even if you're not coming to the gym, like maybe you're going to start running or walking. It's setting out your shoes the night before. It's setting your alarm. Like I'm going to get up and do this walk or run, like picking a time, scheduling it, and then preparing for it. Maybe that is coming to the gym. So maybe it's like putting together a gym bag with your shoes and your clothes the night before. And you're like, I'm going to go to the gym at 4 p.m. or I'm going to go to the gym at 6 a.m. and have that scheduled. That would be like one of the simplest steps that you could take to initiate that action.
Mm-hmm. Since you both covered the gym aspect, I would say I'm going to take a little bit different spin. For nutrition, the first smallest step would just be to go and get healthy groceries.
Yeah.
And just maybe do like a fridge clear out and go get some healthy stuff.
That's another good one, is just like go through and clean out kind of the stuff that you don't need. Yeah. Or throw it in the garbage.
Yep.
Or donate it.
Mm-hmm. All right, question 4. Have you ever had a client that almost didn't start, and what happened when they finally did?
For me, I had a client last summer that didn't want to start until I texted him. And so reaching out is a big one.
Yeah.
And just telling them that, hey, I'll be at the gym today. Come on in if you wanna start, things like that. So reaching out is definitely a huge one.
Bethany, I feel like there's somebody that you have, right?
I know, but I can't think of it.
I'm pretty sure Janine.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, technically, yeah. So Janine was probably one of the people.
Because she told me even that she thought about not coming in or something.
Yeah, because she had, like, done Mary Jo's classes or something at one point, and then like stopped coming to the gym, and then was like out of the gym for a few months. So like technically started and then stopped, and then like came back to the 6 week challenge, and then like has been a member since. And it's been over 4 years, I think, something like that. Probably getting close to 5, I would say. But yeah, it's just when you almost don't take that step, and then it's like you never know what could have been.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm having a hard time kind of thinking of one singular conversation that I was having with somebody where they were like on the fence, because almost everybody that we talk to in a consultation, they're already a little hesitant on like what they're going to do. Like,
Yeah.
they're already contemplating whether they're going to do this or not. And so I have to have that conversation of getting them to take the first step. Almost, 9 times out of 10, if I'm sitting down with somebody,
Yeah.
my goal is to get you to take the first step, no matter what that is. So I'm basically trying to help you get started with either the gym or the class or the training, whatever. So most people, it's actually having to talk them into getting started. And then what's great is 9 times out of 10, after like a month, they really notice a massive difference.
Yeah.
And they feel really, really good. So that's a huge win. But
Mhm.
most people, they definitely need that push and that, kind of like what you said too, even like the reach out. Like for some of those people, it's just like, we got to send them a text and be like, hey,
Little nudge.
haven't seen you in a while, because you will fall on and off track too. So it's not just the people that are starting brand new; it's even the people that fall off throughout the year.
Yeah.
And you give them that nudge, like, "Hey, we haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, oh, yeah, I'll be back. Monday or whatever it is."
Right.
Yeah.
Question 5: what's something you see beginners do that actually slows their progress down?
I would say going out way too fast, doing too much,
Yeah.
because their body isn't ready for that amount of activity and the capacity, kind of like we talked about last week. And they're going to be like super sore, and they're just kind of pushing through that. They're probably, they're trying to worry about being hydrated and getting enough nutrition and working out every day and stuff like that. I would say if they just started out more just consistent and had the recovery and started almost a little bit slower, that they might see better progress. Because some people start up too fast, and then they're like, after a week, they're like, oh my God, I can't do this, because it's just, I'm beat, and they're sore and tired, and maybe they can't move or can't walk. How many people would be like, oh, after our tough leg workout, they need assistance getting off the toilet and up out of the chair, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think going out too fast, doing too much at once, is something that actually can slow down progress.
For me, it's probably the aspect of not focusing on form and trying to like lift all the weight. Like, you might see a video online of someone lifting some crazy weight, and then you want to do that, but you don't have the correct form to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a good one.
The last one would be focusing on the scale too soon.
Oh yeah.
They focus on the scale right out the gate, and it's like the first few months you might be just recomping your body, or they get too hung up on it sometimes, which is very well we do the in-body scan. But if somebody's just relying on the scale to tell them whether they're doing a good job or not, it's like focus on your habits, not the scale.
Yes, it's a good point.
Yeah. Question 6: what's the most underrated part of a beginner's first few months that nobody talks about? New gains.
Yes.
I would say. So, like, just because it's such a new, fresh, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Like, you have somebody who's been training for 4 years. The stimulus of working out, eating more protein, all of that, it's not brand new to your body. Like, you've been doing it for 4 years, right? And so, for somebody who's a complete new person who's been eating, fast food, and they haven't been working out at all, it's like you all of a sudden throw in 2 days of strength training, resistance training in there, and eating a little bit more protein and better foods. It's like their body will respond real fast compared to somebody who's been doing it for like 4 years.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, like I said, like that strength and the improvement is so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, that you could go 4 weeks and somebody's using twice as heavy dumbbells
Yeah.
as they were in the beginning. So
It's
that's
like
pretty wild.
never do we double our strength
No.
in 4 weeks, and a lot of it is neurological. But yeah,
Yes.
I'd say also energy levels too.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people who just say like after the first 4 weeks that their energy levels are so higher than what they were when they first started.
I agree with both of those. And I'll add the, like what we talked about last week, just like the aches and pains and stuff like that. Like they feel better. So I hear so many of my clients, especially in the morning, just talk about how much better they feel during the day from working out. So whether that's like they move better, they have less aches and pains, they have less stress. Like they can handle the workload easier for the day, partially because of that energy boost as well. But that's like if you asked in the morning between the 2 sessions for fit camps, I probably have 20 to 25 clients. If you ask every single one of them like what the number one reason is why they do it, I bet at least half of them would say because they just feel better and it relieves their stress and gives them the energy boost. It's not about like, oh, I'm trying to lose 20 pounds of body fat.
Right.
It's about how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's underrated.
Yes, 100%.
100% underrated.
Question 7. If a beginner could only focus on one thing for their first 30 days, what would you tell them it should be?
Focus on one thing.
One thing. They only did one thing for 30 days. Their first 30 days. What would it be?
I'd say setting the right habits and continue to show up no matter how much you lift or even the form aspect. Just continue coming to the gym and laying a good foundation.
It's like consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah. My mind immediately went to showing up, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, if you came in and signed up for group membership or gym membership or personal training, the number one goal for that first 30 days is to get you to show up for all those sessions or like show up to the gym regularly. So like just commit, like set the schedule, whether it's 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, like set the schedule and just show up no matter what's happening. The great thing about personal training group is like, yes, you're going to be sore and it's going to be new and it might be uncomfortable, but that's what our job is to like, if you're coming in, you're super sore, we're not going to kill you again or make you do a hard workout. Like we're going to scale it back. So like, that's something that we can control for you to get you through that 30 days, to make it a lot easier. Because contrary to what most people believe, we're not here to like kill people, put them through a military type workout. Like we want people to stick with it for a very long time,
Right.
not like kill them in 30 days to get the best result possible. You know.
Yeah.
It's like we're thinking about it long term, the long game.
Mm-hmm. On that, there is a statistic of how many classes so somebody signed up for their first 12 classes, and the people that show up to, I think it was like 11 or 12 of those classes are way more likely to continue versus if you miss more than 2 or 3, I think.
Yep. Essentially like 3 days a week. If you can show up 3 days a week for 4 weeks, you're way more likely to continue than if it was like 8.
Or even like 2 days a week over 6 weeks. It was of their 12 sessions.
Okay, yeah.
So it was
after 12 sessions.
It was after 12 sessions, yeah. And so I thought that was interesting. Of like your first 30 days is really crucial.
Yes.
What I would say is focus on kind of what we already talked about, form, your first 30 days. Focus more on that. Like obviously consistently coming in, but form is the first what you should be focusing on those first 30 days of like working on getting depth on the squats, full range of motion for all your movements, as much as you can anyways. Obviously people are going to come in with limitations and stuff. But again, like you said that's what hurts progress in the long term. Because if you don't have good form, like you're not getting, like I told somebody today, I was like, if you're doing push-ups like this, you're getting 50% of the benefit. If you do push-ups like this, you're getting 100% of the benefit. So it's like, you want to be getting the most bang for your buck out of the time that you're spending in the gym.
Yeah. Not to mention, like when you're moving through half a range of motion, you're training your body to move in half a range of motion.
And being strong
so then
in that.
Everything else that you do could increase your risk for injury if you
Yeah.
did it with full range of motion, because you're not used to going through a full range of motion, and you're not as strong in that motion either.
Right.
So like you're actually doing a disservice by like going too fast or lifting more weight without going all the way down,
Right.
things like that, right?
Yeah.
So definitely focusing on the form and the technique,
For sure.
tempo.
Yeah. Question 8. What does confidence in the gym actually look like, and how does somebody build it? I was just going to say confidence comes from like knowing yourself. Because I think a lot of beginners, they come in and they don't know what their body's capable of. They don't know what they're doing. Like they don't know how it's supposed to feel. Like how, like we know, like we can think what a squat feels like in our body, just
Mhm.
thinking about it,
Mhm.
right? Like we've done it so many times, which comes from repetition, right? Experience. But I would say it looks like knowing your body well and being able to control it and just like knowing what it's capable of.
For me, especially here, I think confidence is coming in the gym and not being anxious or scared. So almost like it's like a day-to-day thing now. You come in, you see people that you like to hang out with, and you have a good time, and then you leave. And so just being comfortable is probably what also is confident in the gym.
So confidence stems from experience.
Yeah.
So you cannot be confident in anything you do if you have zero experience.
Right.
So how to build it is to show up and learn all these things. So you can sit there and say like, I'm not fit. I don't know how to do all those exercises all those people are doing. Well, at some point, all those people also didn't know how to do any of those exercises, and they were also unconfident.
Mm.
And I would say I was very unconfident. And there's a very clear story that I tell a lot of people, because I'm a fairly strong guy and I was very fit. You know, I guess I'm still very fit, but like when I was competing in CrossFit, I was very fit. And, you know, I hit like a 286-pound overhead squat in the CrossFit quarterfinals workouts
Yeah.
the one year. But when I was in college, lifting a lot, I was pretty big. And one of my classmates handed me the 45-pound bar, empty bar, and told me to do an overhead squat, and I couldn't do it. Could
Yeah.
not hold the bar over my head and squat down. I had no mobility. And so obviously in that moment, I'm like, wow, I was very confident in myself. But then I just did it more. And I
Yeah.
got better mobility, and I built the strength, and I learned the skill and got really good at it. So to build confidence, you have to continue to show up, like we talked about, and you just have to do it and do it and do it, and then you will become much more confident with it. So
Mhm.
confidence comes from experience, and how to build it is to show up and just put in the work and continue getting the reps in.
Mhm.
And that happens with literally anything in your life. If you're not confident in an area, go and learn about it first, and then just do it, and you will get confident in it. Right?
Period. All right.
Period.
Question 9. What's a moment you personally felt like you finally belonged in a gym? I guess I never felt like I didn't belong. I don't know.
So I will say it's the people in the gym, the
Right.
community,
Yeah,
the whole energy of the facility. So, for example, and I actually notice this more often now that I've owned and run this facility for so long, but like I went to a gym with my buddy Jordan 2 years ago. We worked out before like I don't know, it was like a golf outing or something like that, and walked in the gym. Everybody's got their headphones on. Nobody says anything to each other, and it was just awkward, and I didn't really like it. And however, when we were in college, like at 24/7 acts, like the 24/7 gym, you're in Saginaw, you don't know anybody. However, all those guys were like super friendly, and if you were benching, somebody would come by and give you a compliment, give you a high five, fist bump, and then all of a sudden a little group starts. So that's that point to where you feel like you belong, is if you're getting acknowledgement, or like even if a greeting from somebody, a fist bump, a high five, great job, keep it up, whatever. Somebody greets you by name. Like that's the moment where you feel like you belong in the gym, is when you have that connection or some kind of a positive
It's just like
interaction.
community more
It's
so
the,
than
I would
that,
say it's
yeah.
the community for me.
Yeah.
For me, I would say, like, I never felt like I didn't belong in a gym, but especially here, I felt like I really belong is when you guys invited me to do the CrossFit team competitions.
Mhm.
That was a big one for me because we were, like, you would train us for CrossFit, and I felt like I was just training for nothing really, and then you guys invited me to do the competition, so that was really fun. And that's when I knew, like, people wanted me around them. People wanted me on their team.
That's cool.
That you could hang.
Mm-hmm.
You can hang.
Barry can hang. Yeah, a lot of women will feel like they don't belong in the gym just from like old stereotypes sometimes.
Mhm.
Or that like they'll be scared or intimidated to go into the other part of the gym because there's a lot of bigger guys over there, and it's like row sessions going on, and so I think some people can feel like they don't belong if they're like just starting their fitness journey, and then they look over and there's this guy that's bench pressing with 100-pound dumbbells, and you're like, that's where like this, I think where the mental part comes in more so for women. Whereas like, oh, I stand out like a sore thumb, they think, or like people are gonna watch me or look at me and judge me. So I can see and I can sympathize with that point of view.
Yep.
I was very fortunate to grow up and had like strength training kind of not pushed on you, but encouraged of like, hey, yeah, we're gonna get stronger for sports and things like that. So thankfully, I never felt like out of place in a gym because I had the confidence of at least I knew somewhat of what I was doing, and like started researching it myself back when I was in high school and like doing my own workouts at home too. So I think that's a big part is like usually, I guess I can't speak for every gym, maybe some gyms, maybe like that one in the city or something, they're a little bit more judgy or something. But for the most part, a lot of gyms, or at least the right gyms, they don't look at you and judge you at all like that.
Right. Yep.
All right. Last question. What would you say directly to someone listening right now who's been putting off joining the gym?
Heaviest weight is the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Walk
I was
through
going
it.
to say that, yeah. Heaviest weight's the front door.
Take action.
Yeah. At least, like, you're not going to lose anything by just coming to check it out.
Right.
Or, like, come try the first class for free. Like, you're not out and it'll pay your time, but it's like you've been thinking about this for how much time have you spent thinking about it? And how much time have you wasted thinking about it or tried other things that didn't work? So it's like, this could be the time that things work, things stick for you.
Mm-hmm. I'd say even if you don't come to the gym, just going for a walk or going for a jog or doing something active and trying to make a habit out of it.
Take action.
Yes.
Because action builds confidence.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, there's no guarantee. Let's see. We can't guarantee that you are going to love it right away or achieve your goal right away, but we can guarantee that if you don't do anything, you're not going to get any closer to your goal.
Sure.
So you might as well try something.
Yeah.
And we're pretty dang confident that we can help 99% of people live a healthier and happier lifestyle, which is our whole mission. Just a quick kind of recap, just some other things. One big thing that we didn't mention for beginners is nobody's watching you or judging you when you're in the gym. So 99% of people, they all think the same thing. So they're not watching other people. They're thinking, oh man, hopefully nobody's watching me. Well, if everybody's thinking that, nobody's watching each other. They're just thinking about themselves.
Yeah.
Right. So, nobody's judging you, especially like on this side. Like when you come into a group workout, you're going to have more support and encouragement than you're going to feel or experience any kind of judgment whatsoever. So nobody's judging you. You don't have to be in shape to start. We already touched on that. Start simpler than you think. That way you're not going out too fast, doing too much. Soreness is normal, but pain isn't the goal. So another point on starting too much too fast, it's okay to be sore, but you don't want to be like hurting yourself or anything. And that's another thing on like the focus on the form that Bethany mentioned too. Like focus on form. Don't worry about weight. You don't want to hurt yourself. That will definitely make you not want to come back if you get hurt in the first week.
Right.
motivation is going to fade. So you got to build structure. So you got to build the habits because you're not going to be motivated forever. So don't focus on the scale, right? Progress is more than the scale. Focus on the energy. How do you feel? How's your stress? How's your strength? All those things matter. Ask for help sooner than later. Don't just try to come in here and wing it for a while. Get that help first. And the first win is showing up. The other thing I would say is recognize and celebrate every single little win, especially over the first 30 to 100 days.
Yep.
So, like, if you notice you went up in weight, celebrate that. If you notice, man, I feel better today, celebrate that. Like, man, I didn't think I could do a burpee, celebrate that. I didn't think I could do a push-up,
Right.
Every single little win, you want to stack those up because that's going to keep that motivation burning until it becomes a habit. And then you can rely on your habits and that structure to keep you going. So, hopefully this was helpful. Do you have any other final thoughts, you guys?
No, I
Cool.
wrapped it up good.
All right. Well, final thought is to take some action. Take the first step toward becoming a healthier and happier version of yourself. So until next time, stay healthy. And if you need any help, obviously reach out and we would be happy to meet and talk about getting you started. So until then, stay healthy and we'll see you guys soon.